Greetings to all viewers around the world. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Welcome to Only the Truth channel, where we bring you clear, factual, and in-depth global reporting. My name is Jennifer, and I am your host for today's broadcast. In today's segment, we take a closer look at the growing controversy surrounding recent claims made by U.S. President Donald Trump regarding Iran, and how those claims are being challenged by major U.S. media outlets and international leaders, including the German Chancellor. This developing story raises important questions about political narratives, media accountability, and the role of global leadership in shaping public understanding. Stay with us as we break down the facts, analyze the responses from different sides, and explore what this means for international relations and global trust in leadership communication. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Only the Truth channel, like this video, and share it widely. Share this broadcast on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and all your social media platforms to help us connect people across the world with accurate and reliable information. Your support helps us grow a truly informed global community.
Plenty of activities concerning Iran. First, the deranged occupant of the White House and his warmongering minions face more scrutiny at home. The Iranians are refusing to give him an honorable exit from the conflict. Even the Zionist German Chancellor thinks that Iran is humiliating the US. The US Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, who is essentially an uncouth thug, has faced a brutal encounter with members of the US Congress today over the American miscalculation on Iran. But Trump still deluded himself as he once again asked Iran to surrender today. This will be the broad focus of my video tonight. Also in my video, another Lego film heaping embarrassment on the Israeli slave from the White House. So please stay tuned. Trump once again told reporters today that he had defeated Iran militarily, and yet he's busy begging for a dignified off-ramp from this conflict. This is what he told reporters moments ago.
Militarily, they're defeated, okay? You wouldn't know that by reading the fake news, but militarily, look, their Navy. So they had 159 ships. Every ship is right now underwater. Typically, that's pretty good. What do you think, Jared? I mean, it's going to be hard for them to make a naval comeback. Okay, now they have an Air Force. Every one of their planes has been shot down or has been decimated. They have missiles, about 82% are gone, and they have drones, and most of them are gone. Most of the factories are mostly gone, and we have tremendous anti-drone equipment now, between lasers and that new, very special machine gun that knocks them out of the air like flies. And we use bullets instead of $1 million, missiles to knock out a $30,000 drone. So I would say Jared would tell me that with everything you just heard, typically we're in pretty good shape. And in addition, their economy is crashing. Their, as you know, their money, they call it their money, they don't have a name for it. Their money is valueless. They've got inflation that nobody's ever seen before. Other than that, I think they're doing quite well. If you read the New York Times, you'd say they're doing wonderfully because it's fake news. Or if you watch CNN, I mean, you cover it all the time. You think they're doing well. Do you think they're doing well where they have no Navy, no Air Force, no anti-aircraft apparatus, other than what they may have put there? They may have brought in some light stuff during the ceasefire, and we know exactly where it is, so it'll be knocked out within the first 15 minutes.
If you were to believe his absurd claims, then Iran is completely destroyed. And yet, he was talking only this weekend. He was talking the Iranian foreign minister, Sayyid Abbas Araghchi, on social media. But his talking didn't work, as Araghchi refused to oblige Trump's request to meet his two Jewish property developer associates for diplomatic talks. Trump may claim whatever he may wish, but even his Zionist friends know the truth. Watch what pro-Israeli German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said this week. Even he believes that Araghchi had humiliated the US by rejecting Trumps advancements.
Ich erkenne im Augenblick nicht, welchen strategischen Exit die Amerikaner jetzt wählen, zumal die Iraner offensichtlich sehr geschickt verhandeln oder eben sehr geschickt nicht verhandeln. Und die Amerikaner da nach Islamabad reisen lassen und ohne Ergebnis wieder abreisen lassen. Da wird eine ganze Nation gedemütigt durch die iranische Staatsführung, vor allem durch diese sogenannten Revolutionsgarden.
Not just the humiliation on the diplomatic front, but Iran's retaliation has also wreaked havoc on the US economy. American media network CNBC now has found that the devastation caused to the US military infrastructure by Iran in the region has been far worse than what has been reported. And the fact that Iran used Vietnam-era weaponry, yes, to cause such monumental destruction to the US military is even more embarrassing for the so-called hottest country in the world. This drop-side journalist explains this so beautifully.
We've covered closely the damage that Iran was able to do to U.S. bases throughout the region, which I think was apparently surprising to a lot of folks, including perhaps some of our military planners. It was significant enough, we knew, that soldiers had to be relocated from those bases to civilian hotels, or at least that was the choice that was made. But NBC News has a pretty extensive report here of the damage to 11 different bases throughout the region. We can put this here up on the screen. Their headline is Iran caused more extensive damage to U.S. military bases than publicly known. And they go through base by base and talk about how this is going to cost billions of dollars to repair. It's far worse than was publicly acknowledged. It's going to take a long time to repair the extensive damage that was done to any variety of facilities at these bases throughout the region. And also, and Sari, you can probably speak more to this, the type of aircraft that was even able to, to commit this level of damage was also quite shocking to them. It was like a Vietnam War era aircraft from the Iranians that was able to successfully attack one of these bases.
More and more Americans are now of the opinion that Trump's war of choice on Iran has made the Islamic Republic more powerful in the region. I have said this repeatedly from this platform, but the fact that even Americans are making this confession is truly remarkable.
Most people, if you could actually step back and look at what's happening there, would agree that before this war started, Iran was a powerful player in the Middle East, but certainly diminished in the way that the world saw it. Right now, there's what is the phrase? The cock of the walk, right? They have this impression that's been put out over the world that, look, not only are we the strongest power in the Middle East, it appears, but we are the only ones who were able to stand up to the United States military. They have been fairly undamaged by, they've been bombed and there have been people who have died, not to diminish that. But in terms of collapsing or crumbling, the way we saw Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Libya, any of those countries, and the way they were affected by even much smaller attacks by the United States, Iran looks like, as you said, an emerging world power that says, we're actually much more powerful than people thought. Maybe that's why they say, we are going to own the Strait of Hormuz. We're going to keep it, and we're going to charge moving forward. And there's really nothing anybody can do about it.
But that's right. We would have to go and literally take it physically. And Iran is going to, I believe, keep the Strait of Hormuz. And what their proposal is, just to be clear, is not that it goes back to an international waterway. That's what Secretary Rubio is complaining about. But they will charge $2 million per ship every time that passes through the Strait of Hormuz. That's over 100 ships a day. That's $200 million a day. We're talking about tens of billions of extra dollars in a year that's going to go to Iran over and above what it will make on selling its own oil on the market.
Trump's Secretary of War, also a thug, Pete Hegseth, today appeared before Congress to answer some uncomfortable questions on his boss's miscalculation on Iran. And boy, this didn't go according to plan at all for this racist war criminal. First, watch the grilling by Congressman Seth Moulton.
Did you advise the president that we should attack Iran?
We were, first of all,
in this position in the cabinet, we never talk about what we would advise the president to do or not.
Do you think the president or you deserves more?
I've been in every meeting.
I understand
with
that,
the chairman
Mr.
and
Secretary.
everybody else as those
Mr. Secretary,
critical
I'm asking
decisions
the
were
questions.
made, and he got every perspective possible when it came.
I'm
to
just
making
asking what your perspective is. Are you afraid to take ownership of this? Do you think it was a good idea or not?
As I've consulted the president, do I think it's a good idea to confront a nuclear bomb
To start this
in the
war.
hands of the? Imagine what the world would look like right now if Iran had a nuclear weapon.
Okay, so let's
Just imagine.
Which, by the way,
if they had one,
every
which the
previous
Obama deal was
administration,
going to allow them to
including
do,
the first Trump administration,
they had one.
prevented them from having a nuclear weapon. So, listen, how is this war going? Do you think we're winning?
Militarily on the battlefield, it's been an astounding military success.
No, but are we winning the war?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you call Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz winning?
Well, I would say the blockade that we hold that doesn't allow anything to come in or out of Iranian ports, which
Okay,
is
so
always
we've blockaded their
portfolio to
blockade. So
use.
they blockaded us, and then we blockaded their blockade. That's like saying, tag, you're it. Or, you know, if President Madison had said, well, the British just burned down Washington, but don't worry, we're going to burn it down as well.
And then Congressman Ro Khanna, too, didn't want to let go of this opportunity to put this uncouth American politician in his place.
How much did it cost American taxpayers in terms of the strike to the Iranian school where kids were killed? Do you have that number in terms of the missiles we used?
As I've said, that unfortunate situation remains under investigation.
You don't know how much it
15-6
costs the
investigation, but I
taxpayer?
wouldn't tie a cost to that, to anything.
It's a reasonable question, no, sir? I mean, our taxpayer money was going there. Do you know how much it will cost Americans in terms of their increased cost in gas and food over the next year because of the Iran war?
I would simply ask you what the cost is of an Iranian nuclear bomb.
I'm going to give you that
I
opportunity.
would simply ask you what the. You're playing gotcha questions about
no, it's
domestic
not.
things. I'm not.
You're saying it's a gotcha question to ask what it's going to be in terms of the increased
Why
cost
won't
of
you
gas
answer what
and
it costs to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear
I
bomb?
give you that, sir. But let me.
What
you
would
can
it
just
cost?
ask my
What would you pay to ensure Iran doesn't
But
get a nuclear
can you-
bomb?
Do you?
What would
sir,
you pay?
I reclaim my time. Do you not know? You had no one do the analysis of what the increased cost of gas and food on the American people are going to be?
What is the cost of Iran holding that strait at issue with nuclear weapons?
It's $631 billion, which means it's an increase of $5,000 a year for American households. Now, let me give you this point. You're saying that your operation is preventing a nuclear Iran. Will you acknowledge that there is an economic cost to the American people for doing what you believe is necessary to make Iran denuclear? Will you acknowledge the economic cost?
We have an incredible economic team that's managing this better than what the previous administration did to our economy, what the previous administration did with inflation,
you know what's upsetting? I reclaim my time.
With COVID, and you're going to lecture this administration about the economy?
You know what is upsetting?
Incredible.
You didn't even do the analysis on how much it's costing the American people. It's one thing if you said, okay, it costs the American people $5,000, but we think it's worth it. That's what we've done in World War II and other wars. Here's what it costs. You got to pay for it. You don't even know what the average American is paying. You don't know what we paid in terms of the missiles that hit the Iranian school. You don't know what we're paying in terms of gas. You don't know what we're paying in terms of food. Your 25 billion number is totally off. It's the incompetence. It's the incompetence.
Trump and Hegseth may want to live in their fantasy world by making false claims to justify their war crimes and declare victory against Iran. The truth is different though. This Telegraph journalist decided to venture into the Strait of Hormuz to assess the situation firsthand. And even he was blown away to see the control enjoyed by the Iranian military in this crucial waterway. And by the way, the Telegraph is no friend of the left or even Iran.
Tonight, an exclusive look inside the Strait of Hormuz right now. Our guest tonight is a reporter for the Telegraph, and he traveled into the strait and is here to tell us what he saw. As Trump tonight is posting on social media, quote, Iran has just informed us that they are in a state of collapse. They want us to open the Hormuz Strait as soon as possible as they try to figure out their leadership situation. Of course, it isn't the United States blocking the Strait of Hormuz, it's Iran, and Trump has not been able to stop Iran from doing it. Out front now, Adrian Blumfield. He is the senior foreign correspondent for The Telegraph. And Adrian, obviously this is incredible exclusive reporting that you have here. And I want to show everyone what you did, where you traveled in the Strait. You were on a boat near the red dot on the screen, really, and that narrowest part of the Strait near the shipping channel. You spent a full day out there, and I'm not going to share exactly how you got out there because you don't want to endanger anybody who took you there. But what did you see?
So, yes, we got out onto the narrowest point of the Strait, which is about 20 nautical miles across. So we're directly opposite the Iranian port of Bandar Abbas. And in fact, from where we were, you would be able to see the lights on a clear night, although often it's not a clear night on the Strait. And as we expected, the Strait itself was empty. To the north, we could still see vessels lying at anchor. This part of the Strait, which is normally where the ships are going out on the Omani side, remains closed and it remains mined. What was most striking was that a couple of hours after dawn, we were suddenly surrounded by hundreds of speedboats bouncing across the water, coming from Bandar Abbas, heading towards the Persian Gulf states of Oman and the UAE.
So that's incredible. So a swarm, the hundreds of them. I mean, this is consistent with what shipping CEOs have told me about, that the little small boats are the biggest threat. And I want to play a moment that you recorded, Adrian, when you were on the boat out in the Strait. Here you are.
Doesn't mean that trade between Iran and the Gulf doesn't continue, because we've seen hundreds of speedboats passing along these waters between Iran and the Gulf.
Meanwhile, Israeli terrorists have continued to murder innocent people in Lebanon. Today, they killed more paramedics. Yes, paramedics. This is who these barbarians are. They kill innocent civilians, including women, children, and babies. The continuing Israeli aggression in Lebanon is making Gulf countries extremely nervous, as they fear this could trigger a resumption of war out of nowhere. I will leave you with another Lego masterpiece by Iran, as Explosive Media, the creator of this series, dropped their latest video. You have to applaud their creativity, timeliness, and ability to compose such ingenious and catchy music relevant to the ongoing topic of war.
Hey. Yeah. Check the map, homie. We don't play. Never. Listen. Hey. Check the map, homie. We don't play. Never. Listen. Lost in our fog, you call us the pirates? Man, check the mirror, dog, you're the one that's biased. Vultures on the water, fiending for the black gold. Straight freeloaders, doing what you're told. Pulled up with destroyers, flexing like you're on the block. But David with the Persian slingshot put you in a shock spot at Persian speedboats. Swerved out in the night, hit that U-turn, homie. Completely lost the fight. $1 billion toys, but you running from the claw. World is asking if the gate is open, yes or no. I just looked them in the eye and told them what I saw. Wait a minute, homie. I said, Inshallah. Little orange man, this is straight of Iran. Little orange man, Iran. Little orange man, get straight out of Hormuz. Little orange man, get out. Little orange man, this is straight of Iran. Little orange man, Iran. Little orange man, get straight out of Hormuz. Little orange man. Twitter finger king, fake ring cap, master with the lies. Always tweeting great success while your whole damn squad cries. Talking smack to the Pope, throwing shade at Spain. But you a guppy out, he hit the Persian rain. Got an eagle made of glass, roasting on the holy sea. Mess with me? What? Ghost real quick, flee. Keep capping on the green, faking every single score. This ain't no country club, this a Persian street war. The Gulf is our hood and we holding the key. Get back on your phone, you get no pass for free. Word is asking if the gate is open, yes or nah. I just smile at him, I said Inshallah. Little orange man, this is straight of Iran. Little orange man, Iran. Little orange man, get straight out of Hormuz. Little orange man, get out. Little orange man, this is straight of Iran. Little orange man, Iran. Little orange man, get straight out of Hormuz. Little orange man, get out.
That's it from me. Thank you very much for your support of this platform and our journalism. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast on Only the Truth channel. We appreciate your time and your commitment to staying informed. Now, we want to hear from you. Your voice matters, and your perspective helps shape meaningful global conversations. What do you think about the conflicting narratives surrounding Trump's claims on Iran and the responses from international leaders? Do you believe global media and political leaders are doing enough to ensure transparency and truth in international affairs? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue sharing this video on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and all social media platforms. Together, we can build a more informed and connected world.